Good morning, grade 4 boys and girls, and how are you this morning? Okay, I'm happy to know that you all are fine. Now, I want someone to tell me what we would have done in our last class. I'm listening. Don't be shy. Okay. Yes, Azura? Now, Azura is saying that we did fractions. Anybody else? Thank you, Azura. Anybody else? Yes, Amaya? We did types of fractions. Good. Now, today we are going to continue on the topic fractions, okay? So let's get into our lesson by singing our fraction song. Let's go. Stand and let's sing. Fraction, fractions, they're parts of a whole. Fraction, fraction, there are three types I know. Proper, improper, and mixed numbers. Fractions, fractions, that's what I know. Fractions, fractions, they're everywhere. Okay? Good. Thank you. Now, I would have given you some homework. Anybody did my homework? Okay. So since you would have done the homework, now, which type of fraction would you like us to look at today? The option is yours. I'm listening. Okay. Sharif is saying proper fraction. Class, do you agree? Okay, so let's look at proper fraction. What is our topic for today? We're going to look at proper fraction. Good. Now, I told you, or rather asked you, to do some spelling for me. So let's spell the word proper fraction. Who want to spell it? Yes, Amaya? Proper fraction. Yes, that's correct. Class, let's spell together. P-R-O-P-E-R F-R-A-C-T-I-O-N-S. That's proper fraction. Okay. Now, boys and girls, you would have done the homework. You would have pasted a representation of each type of fraction in your exercise books. Now, who can tell me what is a proper fraction, or rather describe a proper fraction for me since you have it in your exercise books? I'm listening. Yes, Jaim, you want to try? 1/3, 1/3. Yes, that is a proper fraction. But I want you to give me a definition or describe the proper fraction for me. Anybody else? Go ahead, Amaya. Yes, a proper fraction. The numerator, not the top number, the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Okay? That's correct. Now, let's read this definition for a proper fraction. Let's read together. Proper fraction. The numerator is smaller than the denominator. And remember, we would have done numerator and denominator. Who can tell me which one is the numerator? Which one? The numerator is the number at the top. Okay? Remember we did this explanation where we had the whole and one part is shaded. Okay? The bottom is shaded. Now, out here, you can say that 1 out of 2 parts is shaded. Okay? So, the proper fraction is the top is less than the bottom. The numerator is less than the denominator. Here, we have an example of the fraction. let's look at this example. This number is known as yes, this is known as the numerator. Then we have the denominator. And what you notice here, that the numerator is 4. And is 4 smaller or greater than 7? Yes, 4 is smaller than 7. So that is what we say in our definition. Proper fraction, the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Here we have the representation. 4 is smaller than 7. Do you understand, boys and girls? Okay, so I want you, boys and girls, to give me some examples of proper fraction. I'm listening. Each group I want to participate. I'm starting with group C. Give me a representation of a proper fraction. Correct. 2 over 4. That's correct. Group B now. 4 over 6. Thank you. That's correct. Group A. Yes. 3 over 6. Thank you. Now, you all seem to have a very good understanding of what is a proper fraction. So now, we can go straight into our activity, okay? Any questions? Anybody not clear on anything? Okay, let's go into our activity. Okay, Group A, your instruction reads, write 4 proper fractions. You are going to write 4 different proper fractions. Is that clear? Okay. Now, Group B, you are going to draw and shape to show these proper fractions. You're going to draw and shape to show proper fractions. Okay? Now, Group C, here you have some numbers and you are going to demonstrate a proper fraction for me. You have your numbers and you're going to put them together. You're going to demonstrate a proper fraction for me. Okay, I'm coming around. Now if you need any assistance, I'm right here. Yes, Sumar, you are going to write 4 different types of proper fraction. 4 different proper fraction, rather. Okay. Let me see how much you understand. Okay, I'm coming around to assess your understanding of the topic. Great job, Lucy. Great job. You would have constructed the proper fractions. Great job. So now, for homework, you are going to write 3 examples of proper fraction for me. Don't forget and continue spelling your words. Okay? Boys and girls, I want someone to tell me what they would have learned from today's lesson. Somebody from the back. What you would have learned from today's lesson. Okay, Barnes. Barnes is saying that he would have learned that a proper fraction, the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Correct. Anybody else? Share with the class what you would have learned. Okay, you would have learned that there are 2 parts in the fraction. Yes. The numerator and the denominator, that's correct. And remember that the numerator is always smaller than the denominator in the proper fraction. Thank you. Now let's recap what we would have done today. Today we looked at proper fractions. A proper fraction is the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Here we have an example. We have 4 over 7. Now 4 is smaller than 7. Okay, and this is a representation of a proper fraction. Also, we have here 1 out of 2 parts is shaded, and this also is a representation of a proper fraction. Boys and girls, thank you so much for participating in today's lesson.